today we're going to be doing a tutorial, which is going to be just a few minutes of your time, drills on how to get into your dolphin headstand. So I've already done a tutorial on tripod headstand, which you can have a look at as well if you're new to headstands. I would definitely begin with the tripod headstand. It's a lot more accessible and safer to get into if you haven't done headstand before. Today we're going to be doing small drills to help you work toward getting your dolphin headstand, which for me took me years. I was able to do it with the wall, but I was hopping into it. So this which meant that when I came away from the wall, I was hopping, and the fear of falling back and that losing that control without the wall there slowed me down quite a lot. So I'd like to be able to help you guys get the control you need to be able to float into your dolphin headstand with a lot more control. And then it'll be a lot more accessible without the wall, and you'll get there a lot quicker. We're going to need 3 blocks or 2 blocks depending on your mobility and your flexibility. And we're going to begin today with a forearm plank, okay? Just so that you get the feeling of the shoulder placement and the core engagement that we'll need for our dolphin headstand. Okay, so let's get started on our mats in a plank position. So for plank, I'd like you to bring, start in your tabletop, bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Wrap your triceps in toward each other and find space between your shoulder blades. So imagine you are pushing the mat away. So think of as much space between your chest and the mat as possible. From here, just step your right leg back and step your left leg back. So tuck your tailbone, round through your back. So imagine you were like an angry cat and you're rounding. You're pulling your hip bones toward your rib cage and drawing your rib cage into the torso. Lift your kneecaps and reach the heels toward the back of the studio, or the back of your mat, sorry. Now from here we're going to come down onto the forearms. So 2 options. You can come with the palms of the hands onto the mat, or you can interlace the fingers. We might interlace the fingers today, since we're going to be in this position in our dolphin headstand. So interlacing your fingers, make sure your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. And keep that rounding through your upper back, but slide your shoulders down towards your lower back. So there's space between your ears and your collarbones. Okay, so here you should feel the full body engagement. So this is what we need. When we're in our headstand, we need the legs fully active, we need the core active, and we need our shoulders active. Okay, so pull your belly in, feel that rounding through the back of your body, the scooping out of the front of your body, and feel that long line of energy from heels to hips, hips to shoulders. Okay, and then take a break. Drop your knees, sit back maybe into a child's pose, stretching your hands out in front. Nice deep breaths, come to your fingertips and find some traction with the mat as you reach your hips back and creep your fingers forward, finding that nice stretch through the shoulders. Okay, so from here we're going to come to face the wall. So I'd like you to bring your mat so that it is all the way touching the wall. So what we're going to be doing here is bringing our blocks about a leg distance away from the wall. So that's going to depend on everyone. I have really short legs, so I'm going to place my blocks about halfway up my mat. Okay, so for the elbow placement is really important in your shoulder stand. So if your elbows are really wide, you're going to end up sliding out, and you're going to focus more on trying to draw your elbows in rather than the core engagement and the balance, okay? So we don't want to have to worry about our base. That's where all of our poses in yoga will start from where you are touching the mat. So really important that you get a strong base. Your fingers are all interlocked, elbows are shoulder width. So do that by wrapping opposite hand around opposite elbow and getting that shoulder width distance. And then glue your elbows to where they are and just move the hands, interlock the fingers, okay? So we're going to do that facing the wall. I'm going to bring my feet either side of the blocks. I'm going to bring my knuckles almost touching the wall, interlace them, wrap opposite hand around opposite elbow, glue the elbows to the mat, and now place the crown of your head into that little, onto the mat, and the back of your skull will be in that little basket you're creating with your hands. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips, walk your toes in, lift your hips a little bit higher. Now bring your feet to the blocks. Now this can be on any level, it doesn't have to be 3, it can be 2. And press down through your forearms, feel space between your shoulders. Now bring one knee in toward the chest, and come to the tip of your left toe until your back meets the wall. Okay, from here you're going to begin to lift the left leg all the way up and keep your right knee in towards your chest. Okay, so press down through your forearms, keep your tailbone tucking, and then slowly release the left toe all the way back down to the block. The back will come away from the wall. Once again, back to the wall, lift the left leg all the way up. Now this time, lift the right leg all the way up. You can keep the back to the wall. Bring your left knee in towards your chest and lower the right leg all the way down to the block. Find the block and then lift the right leg all the way back up. Lower back comes to the wall. One more time on the right. Right leg comes all the way down, touch the block, lift it all the way back up. Straighten both legs up, and now try to hover away from the wall. So you can bring one heel onto the wall, bring your lower back away, and then try to bring the legs together. So you are in your full headstand, away from the wall, press down through your forearms so that you feel very little weight in the head. Shoulders down the back, curl your tailbone toward your heels, point your toes. And if you want, you can lower both legs at the same time. You could do that with your lower back to the wall or with your lower back away from the wall. Slowly lower, feet to the blocks. Remove the feet from the blocks either side, and you can come to the tops of your feet. Sit your bum onto your blocks. Come all the way up. Roll out the shoulders. Okay, really nice. Okay. So, hopefully that will help you with your dolphin headstand. But those leg lifts are a little bit easier when we have your lower back to the wall. So you're not so worried about falling back, and you're still getting that core engagement as you lift rather than jumping into it. The easier it gets, you can remove the blocks and get a little bit lower so that you need more core strength to float the leg away. Also, the stronger you get, you can do this sequence without the lower back to the wall, okay? So you can try to do it without the lower back touching the wall, and knowing that it's there, you'll still get the support that you need without the fear of falling back. Okay. Great, so I hope that helped you today with your dolphin headstand. It is very challenging, so try not to be too hard on yourself if you got nowhere close to doing it today. It's all a journey and it takes time. So keep practicing, let me know how you get on, and if you have any suggestions for further videos, please do leave a comment below. Any feedback is positive, whether it's constructive or good, so please do leave any comments. And if you would like to practice with me here in the studio, I'm at my studio in the IFSC, Sweaty Soul Studio, which you can find online as well. Okay, thanks so much for following, and namaste.